So excited to be back. Always feel very happy whenever I'm here for the Talk Sports show. So I can't wait for it to kick off.
And also we have Yemite here, right here. Yemite, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me. So good to be back after what has transpired in the world of football for some days now.
Right, so we jump straight and we unpack the world of football. Straight on, we're looking at leadership pressure. This week we're looking at shocking defeats. We're looking at transfer debate, and we're looking at some of the major storylines in the world of football, from Liverpool's bounce back to Bayern's dominance and to the forthcoming El Clasico. Wow, it's going to be a wonderful show tonight, and we're going to jump right in. First of all, we're looking at leadership and locker room power right inside the dressing room of Liverpool. We're looking at some of the things that happened in recent times. After 4 straight losses, Liverpool's captain Virgil van Dijk called a players-only meeting, and the Reds responded in a massive 5-1 victory in Champions League, and a kind of behind-the-scenes leadership moment that fans love to dissect. So we're looking here, right here, at what happened at Anfield dressing room. Was Van Dijk's leadership moment a turning point, or was it just a short-term spark, Apollo?
Well, it could be both because if you ask me, when you see teams losing 4, 5, 6 games, you see that some players take the responsibility among themselves to organize a meeting between the players to decide if we want to continue to play for this manager or do something, because even what's his name, one of the S player, and I'm trying to remember him, accused recently, Nottingham Forest player of concluding between themselves, to make sure that they sack
the coach.
Yeah, the manager. So if you ask me about Liverpool, I think it's the responsibility of Virgil van Dijk as the captain, the leader in the team, and one of the oldest players in that team also, to organize the players and say, "Do what's going on? We cannot continue to lose. 4 games in a row, not our standard.
Right. So not a standard, and that worked, that sparked the engine, and guys went romping in Champions League.
Hello, welcome to Talk Sports, your home for elite of football insights, big match breakdowns, and viral football debates. I'm your host, Adi Abhishek, and today I will be diving into a jam-packed show from Arsenal's incredible defensive rush to shocking Premier League's sacking, ownership dramas, and rising stars lightening up Europe. Let's get into it. Starting with the team everybody's talking about right now, Arsenal. They are the toast to everybody. But before going straight into Arsenal, I also have with me in the studio, Yema together. I will be doing justice to every sporting news around the world. Yemite, good evening. Welcome to Talk Sports.
Good evening, Shagun. Good evening, viewers. So good to be back.
Yeah, it's always good to be back on Talk Sports. But before we go into the talk about Arsenal, let's start from the up front. We saw the news, the trading news about NFF, and talking about the money, the grants got from FIFA. We saw the shambles of what they call the stadium built in Binikebi, and we saw the site of the one they said it's ongoing in what's it called in Delta. But
Delta,
$1.2 million, is it good? Is it enough to construct a mini stadium in Nigeria?
As far as I'm concerned, I think it should be. It's not a major, it's just a mini stadium, and it's just a testament to the fact that management. How do we manage these things? How do we go about it? This. It's not as if Nigeria's amount is if FIFA. One of the things FIFA does is they actually weigh it. They know how much this thing is a worldwide market. You get these materials. They know how much it costs. They know how much that will be enough to build a mini stadium. And I think extras will also be on it for the 1.2 million.
Okay, and looking at what the pictures of the stadium we saw at that Binikebi, do you think the stadium was actually worth $1.2 million?
I don't think
because we saw the former NFF president, Majupini, come out to talk, and say that yes, they got $1.2 million for that stadium as far back as 2020, and the value of $1.2 million, according to him, as at then was merely 400 million naira.
Yeah, as at then, but at the same time, where as at 2020, if you get the funds, what did you do between 2020 and 2022? Because the skyrocketing of the dollar, I think it started 2023, 2020 2023. So what did you do in those 2 years? Yes, 2020 was a COVID year, 2021, but from 2021, what did you do? It is very important to note that because building a stadium is not rocket science. It's not as if it's a family project that you build for 10 years, 20 years. It's just a mini
Well,
stadium.
we saw the finished work of that Benin Kebbi. That is the finished work of the stadium submitted to FIFA as the complete FIFA standard artificial stadium. Yes, it does FIFA grants up to NFF. And well, if there's one thing Nigeria,
I'm still waiting for what FIFA will say.
yeah, I think they said FIFA were okay with it. Was okay. FIFA was actually okay with it because they audited their accounts and they audited the process of building that stadium, and there was no fault in it from FIFA. So
Was it the same FIFA that some officials were suspended?
I don't really know
Then,
about that. But
some
one
years
thing is
ago.
very certain from Nigerians, all they want is accountability from NFF. And, it's also hard for the likes of EFCC to go pick up the NFF president because the NFF has the backing of FIFA.
Yeah.
Once the government bodies are interfering with the work, with the doings of
hammer will
NFF,
come.
there will surely be an hammer coming. So they have to be so very much careful in this situation. But it's one news that is currently trading, and it's one we are really hoping that NFF will come out tomorrow or one day very soon to drop the audit or explain to Nigerians how that stadium in Binikebi actually is actually worth $1.2 million. And don't calculate it with today's naira. Calculate it based on 2020 naira, which Amaju Pinnick said was 400 million naira, which he believes that yes, that money was spent, graciously. That's what I'll say. Okay, going straight to a good news, and that has to be Arsenal. They are the most happy set of people around the world right now. Arsenal are 4 points clear at the top, having conceded just 2 goals since September. Arteta's backline looks impenetrable. The chemistry between Gabriel Saliba and the goalkeeper Raya has made them the most balanced side in the league. They didn't concede any goal in the whole of October. What exactly makes Arsenal defensive system so efficient this season?
I think it's about continuity. When you've seen a backline that played together year in year out, the cohesion will start, the blending will start. You don't really need to think too much before you know where your your pairing defender is. All those things, it comes naturally when you've played over time together. And I think they've gelled together, and to see how David Raya has come in good for them since last season. It's just a marriage made for us now.
Okay, yes, and where they'll be tested has to be during the winter congestion of December. Can their discipline at the back hold up through that winter congestion?
Yeah, I think that winter is always winter. No matter how strong the defense is, it will get to a stage, most likely they will budge, but they should not just budge too much.
Okay, the record they are currently pursuing has to be 13 goals, which was considered the least number of goals considered in a season
I think
by
by
Chelsea.
15 goals.
15 goals,
Yeah.
that was in 2024,
2004.
Yeah, so that's the season when Chelsea sets that record. Which Premier League team do you think is most capable of finally breaking that Arsenal defensive wall?
Yeah, I think that there are a whole lot of things that can break it. As far as I'm concerned, I think one of them, you agree with me or not, has to be Chelsea. Because one thing that Chelsea is doing this season is they are trying, at least they get a goal. Hardly will you see a game Chelsea has played this season without them
But they
scoring.
concede a lot of goals.
But they concede. But that's what
And
I'm
even
saying.
from
That
set
to
pieces.
yeah, to score a goal is not really an issue for them. It's about keeping it tight. And I think the manager foresaw it. Well, after Kobe went out injured, he kept saying it that the club needs to go out and get an experienced centre half. And look at how they've been shipping in goals. So it's not about them not scoring. I think one of the teams that has scored is Chelsea. And after Chelsea, I think Man City already got a goal. When Liverpool got a goal. and I think that they can still concede more.
Let's see if Arsenal will consider more goals and come this season in the EPL. If you consider just 3 goals in this season, and they're going to beat that record of 15 goals considered by Chelsea. And Peter Cech was the goalkeeper that season for Chelsea. Or that also Mourinho when Chelsea went on to win. I think it was 2023 slash 2024 season. Yeah,
24 clean
clean
sheets.
sheets by the legendary Peter Cech, who is also one of the Hall of Famer in England, if I'm not mistaken. And while Arsenal are certainly the defensive benchmark, another massive storyline just unfolded at Anfield. Straight to it, where Brian Mbeumo stunned Liverpool at Anfield with a decisive strike, and as Manchester United 9 years of drought away from Liverpool. Amorim's tactics clicked perfectly on that day, and Mbeumo's energy changed the game. How significant is this result for Manchester United players and fans?
Yeah, I think that was the one before their last game against Brighton. And I think that result came good for them. One thing you want to build is consistency. You want to be on a roller coaster, and I think they've set the good foundation for that now. They are now currently, they've won 4 out of the last 5. They've won 3 at the bounce, and I think that they can just keep building on that, build the confidence of the team, mentally bring the players back to where they should be. And at the end of the day, I think Man U can have themselves to congratulate for
Okay, we've seen the criticism on the manager Ruben Amorim, but he has been getting the results for Manchester United where it matters most. Do you think that patience from the board is actually paying off for them, or is it just having a lineup of easy fixtures for Manchester United?
I think that either it's easy or not. These are some of the fixtures they lost last season. We know what Brighton did to them last season. So I think that is a product of the players gradually gelling together. The new guys that came in, they are beginning to look good for the team, and the confidence in the team. And I think one thing that has affected Manchester United this season is mostly psychological. So I think that they've found a way to break through mentally. And one of the examples I can cite is that Liverpool game. A Man U before, once they considered that goal, they feel jittery. And this Manchester United went out and got another goal. Look at against Brighton. Considered 2 after the 3rd game. We saw last season 2 seasons ago, mostly they will be fidgeting and maybe end the game 3-3. They went out and got 4-2. Now that's the mental thing we are talking about, your belief system. You keep believing, you keep playing for it.
Okay, and there's no talk about Manchester United without talking about the man who is currently in the form of his life, Brian Mbeumo. How can he become a long-time difference maker in United's front line?
Yeah, I think it can be. He's one of those players that you see that they are serious players. They don't joke around. They just want to kill the game off, kill it off. Those kind of Diego Costa attitude in front of goal. Just kill the game off. And look at that last goal against Brighton. That explains it all. He doesn't play around. And I think it will come good for Manchester United if they can have the best support cast around them.
Okay, yes, his country Cameroon will also be banking on that big man during the FIFA World Cup Africans playoff, which starts on November 13. The Super Eagles of Nigeria will be playing against the Gabon team on that day. Later at night on the 13th, Cameroon will also be playing against the DR Congo. So it promises to be another interesting week of football on African soil. Straight away from Manchester United's resurgence to Wolf impulsion. The story at Molios is cheers on and off the pitch. Wolverhampton are in turmoil, just 2 points from 9 games, and now unexpected 400 million pounds takeover bid from John Texel, a move that could reshape the club's future amid the financial instability and relegations of fears currently. Is this takeover a genuine lifeline or just a distraction from Wolves on-field disasters?
One of the best league in the world to invest is the Premier League, where you get to make money, return on investment, and it is always lucrative to get a club in the Premier League. And when you see clubs, mostly they come for clubs that
Bless you.
really having challenge. When Manchester United sold part of the shares, it was when they were actually on the downward trend. So I think that's what is happening to Wolves. So it is business. If the offer is sweet enough for the owners, they can take it.
We saw them against Chelsea. That was a scary game today out here.
Yeah.
I was in the studio and I was almost having my,
Yes.
my tongue in my throat on that night. Although I'm not a Chelsea fan, but
We know you are.
emotions just come in sometimes. But still on Wolverhampton. Can a new investor truly fix the cultural and sporting problem on Wolverhampton this season?
I think they can. We've seen investor fix Newcastle, investor fix Chelsea, then investors fixed Man City. So it's about how much you are willing to give. And with that kind of takeover, I think it's something that it can come good for Wolverhampton.
So the problem at Wolverhampton, do you think it has to be it's really around the ownership issues, or just they are not having good players, or is it the manager? Where's the issue coming from?
I just think that sometimes in the season is like this, where the club, you can't really point out what is wrong. Look how they came back at Chelsea. Look how they came back to Burnley and they still lost. So it means that the team is not as if they are bad. Something is just not clicking. And I think that if the manager can just get to lay his hands on it, I think Wolves will be better off.
Okay, lastly on Wolverhampton, what happens when ownership politics starts affecting the dressing room? We saw that happen at Nottingham Forest, and it seems to also be affecting Wolverhampton this season.
Yeah, you cannot take away politics from football. It is a marriage that you can't separate. So you just have to be. You see, in football, there's always an iota of luck. Because now, as a fan, you don't have a power over what happens in that boardroom. And it's very important. Now, look at it. Yes, they recruited, but have they recruited enough? And I think the board has done well, because for them to keep a hold of Lassen, it means that they have intention to do something this season, because the offer came in for Lassen from Newcastle and they were willing to pay very well, and they still held on to him and brought in Tolu Arokodare from the Belgian league, which was the highest scorer in that league. So it shows a signing of intent that they really want to compete. And I think that over time, I think like Nottingham Forest did when they came back to the league, struggling rock bottom, and they found their way back up.
Okay, as I'm talking about Wolverhampton, we hope to see what really happens as they are currently fighting for survivor. Nottingham Forest just make a shock managerial call after they sacked them. Ange Postecoglou, they got themselves Sean Dyche. I do think that's actually a better replacement to Angel.
Yeah, I think looking at the utensils, the players, the tools they have at hand, I think it's better to go for a defensively arranged coach like Sean Dyche than an attacking-minded coach like Angel.
But to me, looking at Nuno Espirito struggling at what's it called, West Ham, it's not looking like both both Nuno and Nottingham Forest. Probably that was a marriage made in heaven.
I think, it was made in heaven, but you can't really put it on Nuno what is happening in West Ham. West Ham failed to recruit. They lost some key players, and they lost this midfielder to Fenerbahce. They lost Mohamed Kudus, and they didn't really replace those guys.
And they almost it's looking like the possibility of losing Paqueta come January is really high now.
Really high. So you have to look at it. Though they want to balance their books, but at the same time, you just have to play football. If you don't want to get relegated in the Premier League, you can get relegated real fast. Sunderland can only explain further.
Okay, yes, and in one of the shortest managerial stints ever, Ange Postecoglou has been shown at the door after just 39 days, 8 games, no win. Forest have pulled the plug really fast on the Greek man there. Was Nottingham Forest right to act so quickly, or should they have shown more patience?
One thing is this: when results are going bad like that, you don't think about the coach alone. You look at the body language of the players, because when he got sacked, Nuno got sacked, we spoke here and I was like, see, I don't envy the next coach, because these guys love the manager that was there before, so he will take the hit. They might not play for him, which is you see Nottingham Forest holding it down, 9 minutes. they just lost everything. These things, footballers can be very
And
funny.
Nottingham Forest also lost players who I think they didn't really, replace back in that. We saw Elanga make that move to
Yeah,
Newcastle.
to
Though even
Newcastle.
Elanga seems to be struggling at Newcastle to me.
But
They lost Ola, to a long-term injury.
He will be back in
Yeah,
December.
he should be back December.
But they also brought in
Ondoye?
Ondoye. They brought in Zichenko also and some other guys. So I think that they've done justice to recruitment. I just think that is that relationship between Nuno and the Greek owner that didn't really mesh up together, that they had to go their separate ways. And I think I don't envy Ange. He's just one man that just...
Ange might be making a quick return back to football, maybe probably joining his former team, Celtic, in the Scottish.
Now that
Scottish League. Yeah, Brendan Rodgers has also been. Did he resign or was sacked? Okay, I think it has to be mutual
consent.
Okay, we know how it happens.
Out of respect.
Okay, what does this say is about Premier League managerial culture today? Seems a lot of clubs are not really that patient with their managers.
Yeah, it's football. Football is like a wave. There was a time defensive arrangement was a Mourinho. There was a time Guardiola came with the tiki-taka playing from the back. Now you see that managers are beginning to switch away from the play from the back. So it's about times and seasons. And so right now it's about, shop changing managers. Hire, fire till you get it right. So it is one of those things that has worked for Real Madrid. It worked for Chelsea. It has worked for Barcelona, because Barcelona too has been hiring and firing. So when you see any club that really wants to do well, they hire and fire most times.
Okay, that is it. Well, let's switch to something more positive. A surprise up story from the South Coast, where Bournemouth are really flying high this season. Antoine Semenyo has been sensational this season. 6 goals in 7 matches, and now diving Bournemouth into a top 4 contention. Big clubs are cycling with bids reported reaching £75 million for the...
Good day, viewers. Welcome to Premier Sport Fans Center, your number 1 favorite sport channel on YouTube and on Facebook. And welcome to our watch along show of the English Premier League, the match day 10. And yes, this is how we kick off the match day 10. And our featured match today will be the match involving Burnley. goals. Nico William, yeah. Savona, Ndoye, Murillo, Milinkovic, Ego Jesus, Oxen Odoi, Gibbs White, Douglas Lewis, and Edson Elliott. Yeah. While Manchester United, they are unchanged from the last game. They have Lemons in goal, while there is Lenny Yoro, Luke Shaw, Benjamin Sesko, Raymond Buemo, Fernandez, Diallo, Matthias Zilit, Diego Dalot, Yeah, back to the game. And it's Arsenal who still hold on to possession. We've seen 9 minutes of football played already out there at Turf Moor there. So Arsenal still controlling the game. Passing that around here is Saliba, who looks to be doubt for this game, but he's back in the lineup. Finds Timber, who finds David Raya. David Raya, who has not been, busy so far of late. He has been more of a spectator in the leagues this season. And can Arsenal keep another clean sheet in this one? So he's still with Arsenal in possession. You see Timber, who trying to find Bukayo Saka, but send it back to Timber, who take it back now and send it back to Eberechi, who finds Ricardo Califori to Leandro Trossard, and is dispossessed of the ball there. And here comes Burnley now, try to attack us now, but it went down, and the landsman said that should be a foul and a free kick to Burnley. Kai Walker there doing his best for to help Burnley push forward, and Burnley will have a chance to send a ball into the box 18 of Arsenal for the first time in this game. So Ricardo Califori, the culprits. So free kick to Burnley now. Can Burnley take advantage of this set piece situation? Quickly taken, but dispossessed there, and but sent back into the midfield now. And Arsenal will win back possession, but give it straight away to Burnley. Burnley at the edge of the box of Arsenal there. Still with Burnley now, tries to beat Califori 1-on-1, but send it back into the midfield. And gradually moving in more backward, but send it to the left hand side of the attack for Burnley. Bukayo Saka trying to cover up that side, and Arsenal trying to push Burnley back, and Burnley gradually sending the ball back deep into their own half now. But still with Burnley in possession. Now try to attack going forward, and beautifully done there now to find Kyle Walker, who tried to send a cross into the balls, but we cleared out by Gabriel there, and still Burnley with possession, but Iberichi Eze will recover possession for Arsenal there, and still with Arsenal with Uren Timber, who send it back to Gabriel. Gabriel finds Saliba. Saliba finds Ricardo Califori now with Declan Rice. Send a long one now to find Bukayo Saka. Will he be able to hold on to the ball? Yes, he brings it down now. Here with Bukayo Saka with two Burnley players, and he tries to run back and send it back to his player. Now Zubimendi on the ball now. Finds Declan Rice. Still Declan Rice moving with the ball. Finds Ricardo Califori. Back to Gabriel. Oh, that was a poor touch there from Leandro Trossard. And Burnley will win back possession and send a long one into the midfield with Leslie Ugochukwu on the ball now and tries to cut back and finds his player now. Here comes Burnley now attacking us. Not attacking rather, but playing through the midfield now and lose possession straight to Arsenal. Here comes Arsenal now. Can they punish Burnley with this pass? And could they try to find Victor Gyökeres, but the Burnley defender was allowed there. And I think that should be a throw-in to Arsenal. Burnley number 6, talking about Axel Twanzibe, doing beautifully well to cover up for his teammate error there. And Arsenal, we have a throw now with Califoli quickly taking to Ben White, send the cross into the balls there and headed back there, but still with Arsenal. Back to Declan Rice, which still with the ball now. Finds his midfield partner. Back to Declan Rice. We send it back straight to David Raya. So it's still goalless across all center, but it looks like we might be seeing the first goal being scored there at the Hammers Stadium, but we'll just have to confirm that for you, because it looks like Brighton have put the ball at the back of the net. And yeah, Brighton and also Fulham also have put the ball at the back of the net. Brighton lead United by 1-0. Also Fulham leading Wolves by 1-0. And Wolves currently are the worst team in the league. They've not won any team this season. They've managed, I think, 2 draws and lost 7. And they've started poorly today again. Let's see how they respond to this setback as it stands now, including Leeds United. Back to the game now. Arsenal stay in possession now with Gabriel finding Califori. It's Califori who finds Leandro Trossard there. Still with Trossard. Sends it to Declan Rice, who finds Martin Zubimendi. And send it back to Leandro Trossard. 1-on-1 with Kai Walker there, but decide to go back to Gabriel, who finds Saliba. Back to Gabriel now. Send it to the midfield now with Zubimendi now. Try to send the pass into the balls there, but Burnley player cut down, but still with Arsenal now, who send a cross, but I think that should be a goal kick. I think we might be having the first corner in this game. And it will be a corner kick to Arsenal there. The Burnley goalkeeper, Martin Dubravka, doing everything to stop that from going to corner kick. But that was a good pass there from Leandro Trossard there to find his teammate there. But to find Ricardo Califori. But I think, is it the final touch came out from the... I think that should have been the corner goal kick instead of corner kick. But... let's see, and Declan Rice will take this corner kick for Arsenal now. Can Arsenal get another goal from set piece? And here comes Declan Rice, send it straight into the balls there. And that is the first goal. And it's a goal. Victor Gyökeres gives Arsenal the lead from another set piece play. And Arsenal have gotten the first goal in this game. This time it's Victor Gyökeres who give Arsenal the lead from another set piece, and I think the set piece police will be... I don't think that should have been a corner kick, but I think from the replay we'll definitely see more of it. And Declan Rice whipping that ball. I think is that Gabriel winning the first ball there. We just have to confirm if that is Gabriel, because it's very good when it comes to So Arsenal lead Burnley away from home, and another 3 points for us now as it stands now. Another 3 points for us now as it stands now. Yeah. We just have to confirm the proof of a throw-in. We just have to confirm the proof of a throw-in. So it will be a throw-in to Arsenal in time now, and we've seen Burnley not looking like a threat at the moment. As now for Declan Rice, who finds Gabriel moving it slowly and sending to the midfield to Martin Zubimendi. Stay with Martin Zubimendi. Finds Bukayo Saka. One-on-one there we did. Burnley defender but cuts back now, send it back into the midfield. Finds Zubimendi, who finds Declan Rice. Here comes Declan Rice finds Leandro Trossard. Still with Trossard now beats Kai Walker there, and Walker tried to recover for pace there. And here comes Arsenal now gradually moving into the box there, but choose to go back, finds the Leandro Trossard again. Sent the cross into the box there. Could this be the second goal for Arsenal? Oh my goodness. Martin Dubravka making another save there, and Ricardo Califori doing a striker, job there. Look at that pass from Leandro Trossard to find Califori there, and cuts back and beat the defender and send it cross into but the goalkeeper, doing very well there. If not, that could have been a very neat goal there. Look at Califori there, turning Kai Walker there, and there was a deflection actually, but that could have dropped into the back of the net. But the goalkeeper clearing down, and it will be another corner kick for us now. Quickly taking Declan Rice, sending it to the box. Dubravka have been handing that one, still in the box there, and another shot there, but this time it will go out for a goal kick there. Dubravka coming to the rescue of Burnley once again in this game. So goal kick to Arsenal, and the corner almost going into the back of the net. Declan Rice whipping in those dangerous balls once again. So goal kick to Burnley. So go quickly taken, but Arsenal wins possession back again. Now try to find Bukayo Saka, who finds him now one-on-one. Can he score this goal? No, it's a block there. Dubravka making another save there. Bukayo Saka, the captain for today, I think we'll be disappointed with that one. The one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he couldn't beat the goalkeeper there. Dubravka making himself big to deny Bukayo Saka, but here come Arsenal again inside at the edge of the ball, but send it back now into the midfield, but in the half of Burnley. What a miss there from Bukayo Saka. One-on-one with Dubravka, couldn't convert down, and that was a very terrible defending from the Burnley defender there. And Bukayo Saka will be disappointed with that, not putting the ball at the back of the net. So here comes Arsenal again now, and he sent a cross into the box there, but cleared out by Burnley there, and Arsenal win back possession. See Arsenal all the way. Finds Gabriel, who sent a pass to find Bukayo Saka. One-on-one with the number 3 jersey for Burnley, talking about Atman, and sent a cross into the balls there, but that was too big. But the two Arsenal player quickly winning back down. Ricardo Califori and Trossard doing justice there, and there's a touch there, and he went down, but the referee said play on. Here comes Burnley now trying to turn defense into attack now, still running now into the Arsenal half now, but I think that should be a free kick. Yeah, the referee said that's a free kick. Foul by Leandro Trossard on the former Manchester City defender, talking about Kai Walker there. Wow. And looking at that replay again there, Bukayo Saka tries to send it low there, but Dubravka, making a save there for Arsenal. So it's Arsenal now who leads by 1-0, and Burnley having a free kick, but quickly taking a loose possession, and it will be a throw-in now to Arsenal. Kyle Walker complaining there, but Arsenal quickly takes the throw-in. Yeah, it's Arsenal who still lead now. We've seen 25 minutes played already, and still the same across all centre. Brighton still leading Leeds United by 1-0. Arsenal winning 1 goal away from home against Burnley, while Crystal Palace playing out a goalless draw against Brentford. Fulham Wolves. It's Fulham will lead Wolves by 1-0, while Nottingham Forest and Manchester United still playing out a goalless draw in that one. So Burnley now in possession, trying to create something from themselves now. Here they come now with Zam Flaming, but send it back back to Kai Walker. Now Kai Walker send it back into the midfield to find Florentino Luis there. And but gradually they move it back again and finds Twanzibe. Twanzibe finds Mark and right now, and I think they're playing a back five now. Yeah, they're playing a back five now, not 4 anymore, because you can see there are 5 people at the back there. Let's see how Burnley if Burnley can hold on this Arsenal, but at the moment it's Arsenal who lead in this one. But here comes Burnley now, but lose possession and it will be the goalkeeper. California winning that one and sending it back to the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper picked that one up. David Raya, who has not been tested or have any, been less busy so far in this game, finds the midfield there. See with finds Timber now. And send it back to William Saliba, who send it to the midfield to find Eberechi Eze, send it to neat play by there, and that's a foul there. I think we might be seeing the first yellow card in this game. And the first yellow card has been shown to Burnley. Josh Callum there, bringing down Eberechi Eze after a neat 1-2 play there, and I think that was a very dangerous play. It's a yellow card, but I think if the referee is showing him a straight red card there, I don't think he will really complain much about that, because he tried to stop a counter there, and how he did it was another cause for concern. And Eberechi is back on his feet now, so it's Arsenal who have a free kick now inside the box of Burnley, and surprisingly, David Raya will come all the way into the half of Burnley to take a free kick for us now. So Arsenal have sent the big men into the box of Burnley, and David Raya will send it straight downward, but Arsenal go in possession now, and Burnley tries to win possession back, and I think there should be another foul there. It's a foul, another foul, yeah. I will just have to confirm, or the referee seeing something else there. I think, yeah, that was a push by Sam Flaming there. But I think the whistle have gone already for probably offside, leading to that push. So it will be a free kick to Burnley, and Dubravka coming out also to take it soon. And the camera now pans in on Mikel Arteta, who I don't think is satisfied with the one goal so far in this game. So free kick quickly taken. Arsenal wins possession now, and here they come again now with Eberechi Eze now, but has 2-3 players to battle with. They're still contesting with the ball there, and it goes down there. And I think the referee said that would be a throw-in, not a free kick. Eberechi Eze doing well, using his strength there to hold on to 2-3 players there, and preventing the ball also from going out of play. And I think it will be a free kick, not a throw-in to Arsenal. So Ricardo Califuori will take this one and send it back to the defense to find William Saliba, who finds Zubimendi, but send it back to Saliba. Saliba still with the ball, finds his defensive partner, talking about Gabriel there, who send it down to Ricardo Califuori, and send it to the midfield there. Declan Rice winning that one, send it to Leandro Trossard. Try to flick it for Declan Rice, who got that one and still beat the man there, and still with him going into the balls there. Oh, send a cross there, but there was no, there was a deflection that took it away from Arsenal players there, and Arsenal looking, the better side in this game, and looking like a team to get the next goal also in this game. And I think that would be a good one for us now, at least to kill off or give themselves a breathing space against Burnley as it stands now. So Arsenal still hold on to the ball now, gradually moving it in the midfield there. Finds Zubimendi, who finds Ricardo Califuori, who is more like playing as a midfielder in this game. And still Arsenal with Iberichi, that was a neat control there, but lose possession and Burnley will win that one, but send it back into the midfield, and the whistle have gone there. Fleming rather winning possession for Burnley and quickly taking, but send that one out. I think that would be a throw-in, or is it a replay there? Zubimendi, the corporate there, who brings him down there. The referee called that one back, and Burnley will retake that free kick once again. So I think there's a goal to report now in the game involving Crystal Palace and Brentford. Yeah, there's a goal to report out there. So we just have to confirm, because it looks like Crystal Palace have opened the scoring. Yeah, and Crystal Palace have opened the scoring, and it's the French striker in the 31st minute got the goal for Crystal Palace. It's Jean-Philippe Mateta, and here comes Arsenal now, the edge of the box. Could it make it 2? And it's still there's still chance there for Arsenal to make it 2. And oh my goodness, how did Leandro Trossard not convert for the ball? Still with Arsenal now, with Bukayo Saka send the cross into the box there, headed back there. Arsenal having the opportunity to make it 2 in this first half there, but Burnley and Dubravka, doing a very good defensive job work there. But look at the how Arsenal bust out there, and another opportunity there, and Dubravka making the first save there, followed by Leandro Trossard, but that was a block at the edge of the pole there, or line there. Good save again from Dubravka there. Yeah, I think that should be Leslie Ugochukwu making the block there. So it's Leandro Trossard who almost doubled the lead for Arsenal, and a free kick awarded to Burnley there, quickly taking Dubravka, send it back. So Burnley wins back possession, but still with Burnley inside the half of Arsenal there, but lose possession straight away to Arsenal. Here come Arsenal again now. Moving forward now, here's the goal scorer, talking about the striker himself, but gives possession away. And it's Burnley who won possession and send it back to the goalkeeper, Dubravka. He finds Kyle Walker there and send a long one into the midfield there, but Gabriel heading down back there, but straight to Burnley, who will try to send a long one across the field now. And it's Burnley now to find Jadon Anthony, and it brings down, but have Uren Timber to contend with, who dispossess and send that one out, and it will be a throw-in. To Burnley. So let's see. Burnley have a set piece now. And it looks like Manchester United have opened the scoring against Nottingham Forest, because we are having a goal alert from the game, the City Ground there. Let's just quickly confirm that for you once again. So it's Manchester United who lead, but Burnley quickly send a long throw into the box of Arsenal, but headed out there, and it will be another throw-in. Gabriel defending that one and sending it out. So it's Manchester United who are looking like they want to get all 3 points in this game. And Kyle Walker about to send a long throw into the box of Arsenal, and he's directing his players and or positioning them. Let's see if they can create something for this from this train, and they send it into the boys. They headed up by Arsenal again, and here come Arsenal now on the break now, turning defense into attack, having 2-3 players, and that pass was meant for Leandro Trossard, and he meets Trossard one-on-one with the defender there, send it straight into the box there, and that is the second goal for Arsenal. Declan Rice making it 2. It's Arsenal who have doubled the lead, and that was a very, very good counter-attacking play from Arsenal. Leandro Trossard finding Declan Rice, and it's Arsenal who lead by 2 goals to 0 away from home. And you could say Mikel Arteta and the assistant manager having conversation probably about the attack there. And the goal scored for Manchester United is Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes, the provider. So Arsenal leads Burnley by 2 goals to 0. And it's looking like it's over for Burnley as it stands now, because I don't think they are in the position to stop Arsenal at all. That was a very good counter-attacking play, and look at the pass there from Declan Rice, and that was a very good goal from Declan Rice, a powerful or bullet header, if you ask me. That was a very good header that nothing Dubravka can do or do to stop that one. The guy who has made tremendous saves in this game. That was a very clean goal for Arsenal. And it's Arsenal 2, Burnley 0. 38-minute gone. Declan Rice double the lead for Arsenal. And it's going from bad to worse for Wolf, who have gotten a red card in this game now. And Agbadu has been sent off for Wolf in the 36th minute for Wolf. So play will resume now with Burnley pushing forward now, but lose possession to Arsenal, but still with Arsenal now. Send it, and Gabriel will kick that one out for a throw-in, and it will be another throw-in to Burnley, and this time around Walker will take it from the right side of the attack for Burnley, and it will be another long throw for Burnley. So across all center in the 3 o'clock kickoff, we've seen goals everywhere now, but still with Burnley inside the box of Arsenal, and the goalkeeper David Raya will get down quickly, trying to send a counter, a long one now. Could he find Leo Corres, who brings it down, still with Arsenal now. Eberechieze try to call that one. There is a deflection, and it will be a corner kick to Arsenal. Arsenal looking dangerous once they attack this Burnley side, and Eberechieze almost doubling the getting onto the score sheet for himself there. Victor Yogara is doing well to bring that ball down, finds Bukayo Saka who finds Eberechieze, and Eze tried to call that one, but there was a deflection there, and the ball went out for a corner kick, and it will be another corner kick. This time it's Bukayo Saka that will be taking this corner kick for Arsenal. Can Arsenal triple their lead in this one? The big boys are already inside the box of Burnley once again. So corner kick for Arsenal. Bukayo Saka standing on this one, but take it short this time around, finds a stay with Arsenal, and that could be the third. Oh my goodness, Arsenal almost getting on that one, but Dubravka stopping that one from Leandro Trossard, who looks who keeps getting closer and closer to getting a goal in this game. I won't be surprised if he gets a goal in this game. So Burnley quickly restart game, and their own half there, try to build up from the back there, but Arsenal piling pressure on them, but gradually they move it into the midfield, and still in their own half now, but send it down to find Kyle Walker, who bring that one down beautifully well, but as a Arsenal player to contend with, but send it back to the defense there. So it's still Burnley 0, Arsenal 2, and Burnley still playing from the back now, but finding it difficult to move into the half of Arsenal, and it will be a throw-in now, throwing to Burnley, yeah. So trying quickly taking sending to the midfield, and Arsenal will head down back down there, but Burnley still with possession, finds Kyle Walker who tries to charge forward now, but decide to stop and send it back to the defense. So Burnley playing inside their own half as it stands now. But yeah, they gradually moving it into the box of Arsenal. Zen Fleming there couldn't hold on to that one. And Arsenal will win back possession now. Victor Gyökeres holding on that one very well to find Bukayo Saka. So Bukayo Saka one-on-one with Burnley player, and there's another cover up there, but still with Saka. But lose possession there. The Burnley defender there doing beautiful way to stop Bukayo Saka, who to me should have had a goal in this game. He had opportunity there one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but couldn't, put down at the back of the net. Here comes Burnley now, but I think they will roll out for a throw-in. Kyle Walker couldn't bring that one down. So I think that should be a throw-in to Arsenal. And so trying to Arsenal, trying quickly taken. So Arsenal still enjoying the larger ball possession and leading away from home 2-0. I don't think they are not under any threat or worry as it stands now. I send it to Gabriel, who finds his defensive partner Saliba. Saliba finds the Zubimendi, who holds it, and back to Gabriel in this one. So it's the Arsenal. We are still moving it around now. Send it back to William Saliba, who drops it back into the midfield. And another long pass there to find Bukayo Saka, but the Burnley player will head down and cleared out, but Arsenal win back possession again. So it's the Arsenal now inside the half of our Burnley there. But Burnley will win possession back inside their own half, but lose it straight back to Arsenal. Well, dominating possession. Let's bring you the start. 44 minutes played already there. Here comes Bukayo Saka now. Send it back to Eberechi. Could this be the third goal for Arsenal? But that was a neat clearance there again by Burnley, and the goalkeeper of Arsenal will come out to hold on to that one. And we are already 45 minutes into this one, and any moment from now we'll be seeing how many minutes of additional time the referee will be adding. But Arsenal dominating. We'll bring you the start at half time, because so far the start is a total flawless start for Arsenal so far in this game. They dominate Burnley in all aspects at the moment now. Free kick to Arsenal now. Eberechi being brought down there, so it's Arsenal. We'll have another free kick. This one quickly taking, finds Bukayo Saka. Can they make it 3 now? It's still with Bukayo Saka. Try to run into the balls there and send it back there, but I think that one I've rolled out for a goal kick. Bukayo Saka not really having the best of game so far at the moment. I think that should be offside. The last man said that's offside. So it's Arsenal who still dominate Burnley. Arsenal leading 2-0 at the moment. So free kick taken, sending to the midfield, and Arsenal will win possession again. But Burnley will clear that one back and send it into the defense. Half of Arsenal, and there's a player down there. It's Duran Timber with Jaden Anthony. But the referee says play on Arsenal, playing with Ricardo Calafiori on the ball, and send it back into the midfield. Finds a Eberechi, who sends it to Leandro Trossard. Finds Eze, send it back to Ricardo Calafiori, who's find the midfielder there, try to find and could this be the third? Kyle Walker doing a very good defensive work there, and I think that would be a goal kick there. Yeah, Very good defending there by Kyle Walker to dispossess Leandro Trossard. Walker using the experience and pace there to outmozu. So it will be a goal kick to Burnley. So we've seen 45 minutes played already, and let's just confirm the how many minutes of additional time has been added to this game. But Burnley sent the goal kick straight into the half of Arsenal there. Burnley still with possession, but send it back into their own half there. But this time around, now send it into the midfield, and Arsenal will win possession back now with Ricardo Califori. We send it back to Declan Rice. Rice find Gabriel. Gabriel send it to William Saliba. So we have 2 minutes of additional time added, and we've played 1 minute from the 2 minute. Martin Zubimendi tried to find Bukayo Saka with another long pass there, but that was too much. And the goalkeeper of Burnley will gather down for Burnley any moment from now. The halftime whistle will be going. So it's Martin Dubravka who send it a long one into the midfield, and Burnley wins possession but loses straight back to Arsenal. And that was a very neat footwork there from the Arsenal player who sent it back to find David Raya, and it's with Gabriel send it to Declan Rice in the midfield there. Rice decided to go back and find David Raya, who finds Gabriel. Arsenal tried and send it long one now to find the striker, talking about Victor Gyökeres, but he's dispossessed there. Yeah. And it's halftime already in that game. So it's Arsenal who lead 2-0 away from home. And it has been a very, very fun, entertaining, 45 minutes of football for Arsenal and for all Arsenal fans out there. Arsenal, opening the scoring from, another set piece go from the striker, talking about Victor Gyökeres. Gabriel also involved in the build-up to that goal. Declan Rice also doubling the lead from Arsenal, following a very good counter, turning defense into attack. Leandro Trossard pulling a cross into the box, and Declan Rice was there to power that one into the back of the net for Arsenal. So it's Arsenal who lead by 2-0, and across all center it's half-time except for the game involving Fulham and Wolves. And let's bring you the scoreline currently there before we go for a commercial break. Half-time in the game involving Brighton and Leeds, it's Brighton who still lead United by 1-0, and Burnley 0, Arsenal 2. Crystal Palace 1, Brentford 0. 45 minutes plus additional time in that game involving Fulham and Wolves. It's Fulham who lead Wolves by 1 goal, and Wolves have seen a red card in that one. Half-time also at the City Ground, Nottingham Forest losing 1-0 against Manchester United. So we'll be going for a commercial break, and we'll be back as soon as possible.
Hello, we're going to talk sports, your home for elite of football insights, big match breakdowns, and viral football debates. I'm your host, Mikel, and today I will be diving into a jam-packed show from Arsenal's incredible defensive rush to shocking Premier League's sacking ownership dramas and rising stars lightening up Europe. Let's get into it. Starting with the team everybody's talking about right now, Arsenal. They are the toast to everybody. But before going straight into Arsenal, I also have with me in the studio, my title together. I will be doing justice to every sporting news around the world. Yeah, mate, good evening. Welcome to Talk
Good evening,
Sports.
Shagun. Good evening, viewers. So good to be back.
Yeah, it's always good to be back on Talk Sports. But before we go into the talk about Arsenal, let's start from the upfront. We saw the news, the trading news about NFF and talking about the money, the grants got from FIFA. We saw the shambles of what they call the stadium built in Binikebi, and we saw the site of the one they said it's ongoing in what's it called in Delta. But
Delta,
$1.2 million, is it good? Is it enough to construct a mini stadium in Nigeria?
As far as I'm concerned, I think it should be. It's not a major, it's just a mini stadium. And it's just a testament to the fact that management, you know, how do we manage these things? How do we go about it? This. It's not as if Nigeria's amount is if FIFA, one of the things FIFA does is they actually weigh it. They know how much this thing is a worldwide market. You get these materials. They know how much it costs. They know how much that will be enough to build a mini stadium. And I think extras will also be on it for the 1.2 million.
Okay,
and
looking at what the pictures of the stadium we saw at that Binikebi, do you think that stadium was actually worth $1.2 million?
I don't think
because we saw the former NFF president, Majupini, come out to talk, and say that yes, they got $1.2 million for that stadium as far back as 2020, and the value of $1.2 million, according to him, as at then was merely 400 million naira.
Yeah, as at then, but at the same time, as at 2020, if you get the funds, what did you do between 2020 and 2022? Because the skyrocketing of the dollar, I think it started 2023, 2020 to 2023. So what did you do in those 2 years? Yes, 2020 was a COVID year, 2021, but from 2021, what did you do? It is very important to note that because building a stadium is not rocket science. It's not as if it's a family project that you build for 10 years, 20 years. It's just a mini stadium.
We saw the finished work of that Binikebi. That is the finished work of the stadium submitted to FIFA as the complete FIFA standard artificial stadium. Yes, it was FIFA grants up to NFF. And if there's one in Nigeria,
I'm still waiting for what FIFA will say.
Yeah, I think they said FIFA were okay with it. Was okay. FIFA was actually okay with it because they audited their accounts and they audited the process of building that stadium, and there was no fault in it from FIFA. So
was it the same FIFA that some officials were suspended?
I don't really know about that. But one thing is very certain from Nigerians, all they want is accountability from NFF, and it's also hard for the likes of EFCC to go pick up the NFF president because the NFF has the backing of FIFA. Yeah. Once the government bodies are interfering with the work, with the doings of NFF, there will surely be an armor coming. So they have to be so very much careful in this situation. But it's one news that is currently trading, and it's one we are really hoping that NFF will come out tomorrow or one day very soon to drop the audit or explain to Nigerians how that stadium in Binikebi actually is actually worth $1.2 million. And don't calculate it with today's naira. Calculate it based on 2020 naira, which Amaju Pinnick said was 400 million naira, which he believes that yes, that money was spent, graciously. That's what I'll say. Okay, going straight to a good news, and that has to be Arsenal. They are the most happy set of people around the world right now. Arsenal are 4 points clear at the top, having considered just 2 goals since September. Arteta's backline looks impenetrable. The chemistry between Gabriel Saliba and the goalkeeper Raya has made them the most balanced side in the league. They didn't concede any goal in the whole of October. What exactly makes Arsenal defensive system so efficient this season?
I think it is about continuity. When you've seen a backline that have played together year in, year out, the cohesion will start, the blending will start. You don't really need to think too much before you know where your your pairing defender is. All those things, it comes naturally when you've played over time together. And I think they've gelled together, and to see how David Raya has come in good for them since last season. It's just a marriage made for us now.
Okay, yes, and where they'll be tested has to be during the winter congestion of December. Can their discipline at the back hold them through that winter congestion?
Yeah, I think that winter is always winter. No matter how strong the defense is, it will get to a stage most likely they will budge, but they should not just budge too much.
Okay, the record they are currently pursuing has to be 13 goals, which was considered the least number of goals considered in a season
I think
that was
by
by
Chelsea,
Chelsea.
15 goals.
15 goals,
Yeah.
that was on 2024, 2024,
2004.
2004. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's the season when Chelsea sets that record. Which Premier League team do you think is most capable of finally breaking that Arsenal defensive wall?
Yeah, I think that there are a whole lot of things that can break it. As far as I'm concerned, I think one of them, you agree with me or not, has to be Chelsea. Because one thing that Chelsea is doing this season is they are trying, at least they get a goal. Hardly will you see a game Chelsea has played this season without them
But they
scoring.
consider a lot of goals.
But they concede. But that's what
And
I'm
even
saying.
from
That
set
to
pieces.
yeah, to score a goal is not really an issue for them. It's about keeping it tight. And I think the manager foresaw it. Well, after Kobe went out injured, he kept saying it that the club needs to go out and get an experienced centre half. And look at how they've been shipping in goals. So it's not about them not scoring. I think one of the teams that has scored is Chelsea. And after Chelsea, I think Man City already got a goal. Liverpool got a goal. And I think that they can still concede more.
Let's see if Arsenal will consider more goals than come this season in the EPL. They've considered just 3 goals in this season, and they're going to beat that record of 15 goals considered by Chelsea. And Peter Cech was the goalkeeper that season for Chelsea. On that, also Mourinho when Chelsea went on to win. I think it was 2023/24
Yeah,
season.
24 clean
Clean
sheets.
sheets by the legendary Peter Cech, who is also one of the Hall of Famer in England, if I'm not mistaken. And while Arsenal are settling the defensive benchmark, another massive storyline just unfolded at Anfield. Straight to it, where Brian Mbeumo stunned Liverpool at Anfield with a decisive strike, and as Manchester United 9 years of drought away from Liverpool. Amorim's tactics clicked perfectly on that day, and Mbeumo's energy changed the game. How significant is this result for Manchester United players in France?
Yeah, I think that was the one before their last game against Brighton. And I think that result came good for them. One thing you want to build is consistency. You want to be on a roller coaster, and I think they've set the good foundation for that now. They are now currently, they've won 4 out of the last 5. They've won 3 at the bounce, and I think that they can just keep building on that, build the confidence of the team, mentally bring the players back to where they should be. And at the end of the day, I think Man U can have themselves to congratulate for
Okay, we've seen the criticism on the manager Ruben Amorim, but he has been getting the result for Manchester United where it matters most. Do you think that patience from the board is actually paying off for them, or is it just having a lineup of easy fixtures for Manchester United?
I think that either is easy or not. These are some of the fixtures they lost last season. We know what Brighton did to them last season. So I think that is a product of the players gradually gelling together. The new guys that came in, they are beginning to look good for the team, and the confidence in the team. And I think one thing that has affected Manchester United this season is mostly psychological. So I think that they've found a way to break through mentally. And one of the examples I can cite is that Liverpool game. A Man U of before, once they considered that goal, they feel jittery. And this Manchester United went out and got another goal. Look at against Brighton. Considered 2 after the 3rd game. We saw last season, 2 seasons ago, mostly they will be fidgeting and maybe end the game 3-3. They went out and got 4-2. Now that's the mental thing we are talking about. Your belief system. You keep believing, you keep playing for it.
Okay, and there's no talk about Manchester United without talking about the man who is currently in the form of his life, Brian Mbeumo. How can he become a long-term difference maker in United's front line?
Yeah, I think it can be. He's one of those players that you see that they are serious players. They don't joke around. They just want to kill the game off, kill it off. Those kind of Diego Costa attitude in front of goal. Just kill the game off. And look at that last goal against Brighton. That explains it all. He doesn't play around. And I think it will come good for Manchester United if they can have the best support cast around them.
Okay, yes, his country, Cameroon, will also be banking on that big man during the FIFA World Cup Africans playoff, which kick week starts on November 13. The Super Eagles of Nigeria will be playing against the Gabon team on that day. Later at night on the 13th, Cameroon will also be playing against DR Congo. So it promises to be another interesting week of football on African soil. Straight away from Manchester United's resurgence to Wolf implosion, the story at Molios is cheers on and off the pitch. Wolverhampton are in turmoil, just 2 points from 9 games, and now an unexpected 400 million pounds takeover bid from John Texel, a move that could reshape the club's future amid the financial instability and relegations of fears currently. Is this takeover a genuine lifeline or just a distraction from Wolves on-field disasters?
One of the best league in the world to invest is the Premier League, where you get to make money, return on investment, and it is always lucrative to get a club in the Premier League. And when you see clubs, mostly they come for clubs that really having challenge. When Manchester United sold part of the shares, it was when they were actually on the downward trend. So I think that's what is happening to Wolves. So it is business. If the offer is sweet enough for the owners, they can take it.
We saw them against Chelsea. That was a scary game today out here. I was in the studio and I was almost having my my tongue in my throat on that night. Although I'm not a Chelsea fan, but
we know you are.
Emotions just come in sometimes. But still on Wolverhampton. Can a new investor truly fix the cultural and sporting problem haunting Wolverhampton this season?
I think they can. We've seen investor fix Newcastle, investor fix Chelsea, then investors fixed Man City. So it's about how much you are willing to give. And with that kind of takeover, I think it's something that it can come good for Wolverhampton.
So the problem at Wolverhampton, do you think it has to be it's really around the ownership issues, or just they are not having good players, or is it the manager? Where's the issue coming from?
I just think that sometimes in the season is like this, where the club, you can't really point out what is wrong. Look how they came back at Chelsea. Look how they came back to Burnley and they still lost. So it means that the team is not as if they are bad. Something is just not clicking. And I think that if the manager can just get to lay his hands on it, I think Wolves will be better off.
Okay, lastly on Wolverhampton, what happens when ownership politics starts affecting the dressing room? We saw that happen at Nottingham Forest, and it seems to also be affecting Wolverhampton this season.
Yeah, you cannot take away politics from football. It is a marriage that you can't separate. So you just have to be. You see, in football, there's always an iota of luck. Because now, as a fan, you don't have a power over what happens in that boardroom. And it's very important. Now, look at it. Yes, they recruited, but have they recruited enough?
with the ball. So Burnley is gradually moving the ball. So Burnley now going forward now. So, it's Crystal Palace who have doubled their lead now. And let's quickly bring you the result or score lines or scores as it stands now across all centers. It's 57 minutes. Brighton lead United by 1 goal to 0. Arsenal still lead by 2 goals to 0 away from home. Crystal Palace leading 2-0, and Fulham leading Wolves, who are already a man down in that game. And surprisingly, Manchester United surrendering their first half lead to Nottingham Forest, and it's Nottingham Forest who lead by 2 goals to 1 in this one. And it's a 2 quick goal from Nottingham Forest. They scored in the 49th and 51st minute. And I think another yellow card will be shown to Burnley there. And it's this time it will be Kyle Walker. Yeah, that was an elbow on Ricardo Calafiori. That was a dangerous play there from him. And the referee having a word with Gabriel there. And Leandro Trossard, very, lucky to have escaped punishment from that, build up to that yellow card that Zian Flaming took there, because we saw him moving, his leg. And you could see the Burnley mascot is tired and it's on the floor there. Looking helplessly. So it's Arsenal who have a free kick now, and David Raya will stand to take this one for Arsenal. And across Europe, games are currently ongoing, and in France, it's at the Parc des Princes there is PSG who are taking on Nice, and it's 18-minute goalless. While in the German Bundesliga, the first set of games going down today about to come into an end. 88 minutes, it's Hedem who are playing out a 1-1 draw against Frankfurt, while Mainz 05 leading Werder Bremen. 86 minutes. 89 minutes, RB Leipzig leading Stuttgart by 2 goals to 1, while 86 minutes, St. Pauli at home being whooped by Borussia Mönchengladbach by 4 goals to 0. And Union Berlin 85 minutes playing against Freiburg. It's still goalless, and there, and 45 minutes in the Eredivisie, it's Ajax who are playing a goalless draw against Erevan, while halftime Atletico Madrid taking on Sevilla, and it's goalless in the La Liga features there. So trying to Burnley now. But here comes Burnley now attacking from the midfield there, sending it across the field to find the left back there, who finds who tries to turn around there, but lose possession again, and surrendering possession. So Arsenal back in possession. Jadon Anthony couldn't hold on to them, and Burnley will be making a couple of substitutions. They're about to make a double substitution. No. We've seen 1 hour of football played already. It's still Arsenal who lead, and it's still unbelievable that after 1 hour of football, Burnley are yet to register a shot in this game. 0 shot on target, 0 big chance, 0 corner kick, but they've picked up 2 yellow cards in this one. 41% of possession to Burnley, while Arsenal enjoying 59 possession to Arsenal. Arsenal have had 9 shots, 7 shots on target, 4 big chance, and 4 corner kick so far in this game. So it has been a one-sided game, if you ask me, in this one. So Burnley making substitution with Chaona coming on for Jaden Anthony, yeah, and Bruno Larsen coming on for Leslie Ugo Chukwu. So here comes Burnley now, trying to see if they can reduce the deficit, but move it back into the midfield. Still Arsenal, who are in total control of this game. Burnley keep sending the ball backward to find their own goalkeeper. I mean, towards their own defense, but they gradually moving forward now. But the striker has Saliba and Gabriel to battle, but here comes Burnley now, try to create something at the edge of the ball, send it into the box there, but blocked there, and it will roll out for a goal kick there. Chaona and Larsen combining, Bruno Larsen combining to see if they can, get something for Burnley. Bruno Larsen, but couldn't, hold on to that one. So it will be a goal kick to Arsenal now. So David Raya stand on this one. 63 minutes played already. It's the Arsenal who lead Burnley. And free kick, goal kick quickly taking shot. So it's Arsenal now. We're still on the ball with back to David Raya. We send it back to William Saliba. Saliba to Uren Timber. Back to William Saliba. Finds Gabriel, but choose to go back to David Raya, who send a very, very dangerous cross pass there. But Saliba do well to bring down where and finds Timber, and Timber finds try to find Leandro Trossard. I mean, Iberichi, and it goes down, and the Burnley player spotting the number 5 jersey, Steve, complaining, saying no, that shouldn't have been a free kick there. But the referee said there was a touch there, but I think the touch was just minimal. But as now they've won a free kick there, and it's I think Brighton at the moment they've doubled their lead now. It's now Brighton will lead by 2 goals, and Fulham also have doubled their lead, so it's Fulham 2, Brighton, Wolves 0, and at the moment all home teams are leading at the moment, and they've all scored 2 goals. All the home teams, aside from Burnley, who are the home team, losing also. So, but Arsenal are back in possession now. Send it back to Gabriel, who finds David Raya. Still with a bridge, they send it into the to find the Declan Rice there. As now moving forward gradually now. Can they make it 3 now? Here comes Arsenal, finds Bukayo Saka. Will he meet up that with down? Yes, it does, and send it back to Timber. We've sent a shot there, but that was a very, very wayward shot from Duran Timber there, and that will roll out for a goal kick. Terrible. Just blaze that one out. Duran Timber, skyrocketing that one. So goal kick to Burnley. Burnley still with possession inside their own half there. Send it back to the right back, Walker there. Who finds his goalkeeper, Dubravka, will send this long one out there. And you still come Burnley now with an opportunity to attack and send it straight. But this time David Raya will pick down easily. Zian Flaming trying to create magic, but he couldn't create any thing from that one. So it's Arsenal who are now back in possession. So Timber now finds Martin Zubimendi. We send it to Ricardo Calafiori, who finds Declan Rice. Still with Arsenal, but we lose possession and Burnley win back possession now with Jean Flaming now. Try to find this player there, but the Arsenal defender, we quickly cut that one out. So Arsenal still on to possession with Bukayo Saka, who has been very, very, very quiet in this game. We saw that beautiful chance or opportunity he had in the first half, but he couldn't, convert one-on-one with the goalkeeper there, stopping Bukayo Saka from, getting a goal in this one. So it's Arsenal still with the ball. David Raya will send that one out, and it will be a goal throwing to Arsenal. So free kick to Burnley rather, not to Arsenal. So quickly taken, and Saliba clear down out for Arsenal and send it straight, and but the Burnley player will head down back, and Dubravka will pick that one up. Tuanzebe doing a good job there. So it's the Burnley who try at home against Arsenal. So it's Arsenal who are, cementing their spot and as the number one team so far now in the league. So Arsenal with possession now during Timber. Send that one back, and it's Burnley now who have one back possession, and I think Arsenal have softened the pedal in this second half, because at the moment it's Burnley who are with possession, send it straight into the midfield there. Still with Burnley. Try to find this player, but that will roll out there and send that one out. Kai Walker sending that one out, so it will be a throw-in to Arsenal. And you can see the Burnley fans, not too happy with what they are seeing, and the Arsenal fans are very, very happy with what they are seeing at the moment. Arsenal looking unstoppable as it stands now. So play will resume now. Arsenal still in possession. Burnley wins back possession now, moving it gradually, but sending it back again. It seems they find it very difficult to attack Arsenal, and there's a go-to report in the game involving Brighton and Leeds United, because Brighton have tripled their lead. It's now 3-0 in favor of Brighton and Hove Albion. 70 minutes played already there, and it's 71 minutes involving the game between Burnley and Arsenal. You see, Arsenal will lead by 2-0. 73 minutes, Crystal Palace leads Brentford by 2-0. While 68 minutes, Fulham lead Wolves by 2-1, and 72 minutes, Nottingham Forest lead Manchester United by 2-1, and by 6:30 Nigerian time, the big one will be coming up, and here at Premier Sport Fan Center we'll be here to bring you live as everything unfold in that one. The game involving not Tottenham Hotspur against Chelsea. So please don't do it to stay with us as we bring you that game by 6:30. Tottenham taking on Chelsea, and Arsenal about to make their own couple of substitutions also. Eberechi Eze rather is being withdrawn at the moment now, so it's Eberechi Eze will be going out for I think that should be hit on one area. And Ricardo Califiori also making way for, I think that should be Ben White. So we might be seeing Uren Timber going to play the other side. We just have to confirm. No, Pierre Nkapa, Nkapa coming on for Ricardo Califiori. So let's see what the introduction we do. And Burnley will send the free kick now straight into the balls of Snyder. And a very rare opportunity for Burnley, but they couldn't, bring down or put down at the back of the net. So that would be a goal kick for Burnley. I mean, to Arsenal. And that was a very beautiful, ball there, headed back across the Arsenal goal pole there, and the Burnley player rising highest there, but couldn't put down to. And it will be a goal kick to Arsenal. And that was a very good opportunity for Burnley to reduce the deficit. And I think this is the best we've seen from Burnley so far in this game. But here comes Burnley again now. And gradually, in the last 5 minutes, I think they've upped their game. And they've had 2 shots so far. But still 0 shot on target for Burnley in this game. 73 minutes played already. So Arsenal now win back possession. One arena finds Mikel, finds Zubimendi. We send it back to one area. "75-minute Manchester United still trailing Nottingham Forest by 2-1. And half time, it's Ajax Amsterdam who leads Ereven by 1-0. And it's 58 minutes, Atletico Madrid still playing out a goalless draw against Sevilla in that one. 34 minutes, PSG still playing out a goalless draw against OGC Nice. So throwing out to Burnley. And Burnley are about to make another substitution, but our play will continue. Still with Burnley now. Burnley holding on to possession and sending it back to Leslie, to Transibe, who finds Skywalker. And it's Skywalker having 2 Arsenal players defending that one. Still Burnley now inside the balls of Arsenal, but lose possession. And Arsenal will win back possession now. Still with Arsenal. And there's a player down for Burnley there. Declan Rice has been adjudged to have committed a foul there. And it will be a free kick. Oh. The referee said that was it. Is he elbow now or what? The hand in the face there. So it will be a free kick to Burnley. Declan Rice, to me, I think should be the man of the match in this game, because he has been everywhere, very instrumental, and he scored a very fantastic goal, and also involved in the build-up to the first goal, because it was the one that took that corner before Gabriel sending it back across pool for Rice to head. And Zian Fleming will be withdrawn now, and I think Zian Fleming rather has been withdrawn there. So let's see who will be coming up. And the 2 player has been withdrawn also. Also, Christian Norgard will be coming on for Arsenal. And Zubimendi has been withdrawn. So Norgard will be coming on for Arsenal. So Burnley have a free kick now. They send it straight into the box fast now, but cleared out there. But Burnley is still in possession right now. Martin Dubravka sending it straight into the midfield, but Arsenal will, pick up the ball now and still in possession now and gradually going there. Could this be the third goal for Arsenal? Oh, no. That should be a goal kick there. I think it once more. And there's a player down there. I think that should be a free kick. Yeah, I think that should be a free kick. Or goal kick. Either one. It belongs to Burnley. And there's a Burnley player down there. Maxine Esteven. Yeah. Still on the floor there. I think he needs some medical attention. And by 6:30 Nigerian time, the match involving Tottenham and Chelsea will be on. And here at Premier Sport Fan Center, we will be bringing you that game live here. So let's quickly bring you up to date with the lineup of that game, because we have the lineup for that game involving Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur. So it will be Vicaro in goal for Tottenham, while Van der Ven, Spence, Permetesa, Pedro Porro, João Palia, Mohamed Kudus, Kolo Kevin Danso, Lucas Bavé, and Rodrigo Bentancur, all starting for Tottenham. While for Chelsea, Robert Sanchez will be in goal, Pedro Neto, João Pedro, Reece James, Malo Gusto, Garnacho, Fofana, Enzo Fernandez, Cucurella, Chalobah, and Moses Caicedo, all starting for Chelsea. So you can go into the comment section, viewers, and let us know. You give us your prediction for that game. Do you think Tottenham will defeat Chelsea, or Chelsea will defeat Tottenham? Let us know your prediction in the comment section. So back to the game now, as I'm now back in possession inside their own half. But Burnley now battling now, but Arsenal still win back possession. Still with Arsenal. I send a long one out there. So that should be a throw-in. And Burnley now quickly takes the throw-in. Chaona couldn't hold on to that one, so it will roll out for a throw-in to Arsenal. So earlier changes made by Burnley, Zam Fleming, being withdrawn for Armando Bruja, while Josh Lawrence went off for Anibal Jabri, the former Manchester United player. But Burnley have a chance now, send the ball into the box of Arsenal, but couldn't hold on to that one and dispossessed there by I think that should be in Kapai, and Bukayo Saka winning a train for Arsenal in the midfield there. So Uran Timber will pick up the ball for Arsenal now. Also Fulham have made it 3, and Manchester United are back. It's now 2-2. Manchester United 2, Fulham, Nottingham Forest 0, while Fulham have made it 3 against Wolverhampton Wanderers, who are one man down. Also Atletico Madrid, 65 minutes, they've opened the scoring. We'll bring you the goal scorer for Manchester United, but here comes Arsenal now, but that will grow out, and Dubravka will pick that one up, and it will be, and play continue now. It's Amad Diallo who have leveled things up for Manchester United in the 82nd minute. So Manchester United back now is 2-2 in that one. But here comes another opportunity for Arsenal. But he wanted taking a shot there, but couldn't convert that one. Arsenal still lead 2 goals against Burnley. 8-1 away. Almost on the score sheet, and Burnley will be making another substitution, which will be their last substitution in this one now. So it's Marcus Edward who have come on for Burnley. So go quickly taken from Martin Dubravka, and the ball will roll out for a throw-in to Arsenal. So it's Arsenal who are looking very comfortable in this game and looking to take all 3 points back to the Emirates Stadium, where they will be which will be coming on Tuesday in the Champions League. And at Premier Sport we will also be here to cover that game. Arsenal will be traveling to the Czech Republic and taking on Slovak Prague before coming back home to take on Sunderland over the weekend. So it's looking like Arsenal, will continue to gather those points, because at the moment they look very, very, very unstoppable at the moment. So training to Arsenal. Norgard will take this one and to be another long throw in. Mikel Moreno now going into the box there. Let's see if Arsenal can make it 3. Gabriel also inside the box there. And Christian Norgard will send a long one into the box there. But Dubravka will prevent that one from going out for a corner. No, the referee said that's a corner kick. Dubravka couldn't stop that one from going to corner kick. So I think the ball is out already. So corner kick to Arsenal. Declan Rice going to take this one again. Can Arsenal make it 3? Send it now into the balls there. Dubravka clears that one, punch that one out, but still with Arsenal now. Who finds still with Arsenal. Send it back to David Raya. And the player goes down there. Norgard fouls the Burnley player there. So free kick to Burnley now. "86 minutes already played now. It's still Arsenal who lead Burnley by 2 goals to 0. And Burnley sending one into the box there, but dispossessed there by the Arsenal player there, and Bukayo Saka, who to me has had a very, very terrible game today, and gets possession of it. But here comes Burnley now inside the box there. Oh, that was another opportunity for Burnley there, but there was nobody there to connect down. But Burnley still with possession now. Send a cross into the box there, headed out there by the Arsenal player, but still inside the box there. Possession in contention. Burnley will win that one again, but try to cross it inside the box, but that was a good block there. But I think that should be Uran Timber, yeah. And Burnley still with possession. Moving it now nicely now. Still with Burnley. Sending it to the box. Chauma now. Good turn there. Can Burnley get a goal, but cleared out there by Arsenal again, who are looking like very good defensively there. But still with Burnley. It's been Burnley in the last 2-3 minutes now. Can Burnley get a goal? Can they reduce the deficit in this one? See Burnley dominating possession now. Send it back into the midfield. Arsenal having all players back and send it into the box there, but David Raya will pick that one up easily away from Armando Broja there. So here comes Arsenal now, trying to create their own attack. Back to Uran Timber, who finds William Saliba. Saliba straight to Gabriel. Finds Nkapai. Now moving forward now. And you see the joy in the face of Arsenal fans out there. So it's already 90-minute plus in the game involving Crystal Palace and Brentford. Crystal Palace will lead Brentford by 2-0. While 88 minutes, the game involving Brighton and Leeds United is Leeds who are suffering defeat at the moment at the Amex Stadium because Brighton have put 3 past them. 88 minutes, 89 minutes as now still leading Burnley by 2-0 away from home. But here comes Burnley now inside the border and send it, but that was a block there by Norgard, and it will be a corner kick, probably the first corner kick from Burnley in this game. And 86 minutes, Fulham leading Wolves by 3-1. Fulham are 1 man down because they pick up a yellow card. And 90 minutes, it's already 90 minutes, yeah. The game involving Nottingham Forest and Manchester United is still 2-2. Can Manchester United claim all 3 points, or will Nottingham Forest take all 3 points, or both teams will be sharing this point? So corner kick now to Burnley, as now having to defend this one, send it straight into there. And cleared out there, but still with Burnley now having another second chance to send it again, but toiling with the Arsenal player there at the edge of the box. Now send it finally, but cleared out again, and Arsenal having all players back doing the defense ending for this one. Still with Burnley, but lose possession now, and that should be a throw-in to Burnley. Declan Rice couldn't keep that one in play, so throwing quickly taken now. So it's both team battling for possession, and Leandro Trossard will win possession for Arsenal. And Arsenal about to make the final substitution in this game. And Lewis Kelly will be coming on for Leandro Trossard. So Miles Lewis Kelly coming on for Leandro Trossard. So free kick to Arsenal. David Raya will take this one. And we've seen 90 minutes already played, and playing inside the additional time now. And 4 minutes has been added to it. So Arsenal are back in possession. Send it back to David Raya, who takes a long one now. Tries to find Bukayo Saka, but that will roll out. Well, I think it's even in offside. So to find Mikel Merino, so it will be a throw-in now to Burnley. And another throw-in to Burnley. Try quickly taken now, and that could be the third goal for Arsenal, but that was a block, a good save there from Martin Dubravka there to deny Norgard there. We tried to score from about 20 to 30 yards out there. Dubravka has been one, to be honest, has been Burnley's best player tonight, because If not for Dubravka, they might have been 4-5 goal down as it stands now. And that was a very good shot there. And Dubravka reacting quickly to deny Norgard his first goal for Arsenal. So play resume now with Arsenal about to take a throw-in. Lewis Kelly send it straight into the half of Burnley and headed out there again, and it will be another throw-in to Arsenal. And Arsenal will have enjoyed possession in this game. And the game involving Crystal Palace and Brentford has come to an end. So Crystal Palace defeating Brentford in the London derby. It's Crystal Palace who have taken out 3 points. Crystal Palace 2, Brentford 0. Atletico Madrid have doubled their lead in the 75th minute now. And it's 2 goals to nil against Sevilla, 78th minute rather. Forty-ninth minute, you are still leading 1 goal, and it's half-time out there in France. PSG playing at a goalless draw against Nice. So Arsenal having another opportunity to get another goal from this corner kick. Can Arsenal make it 3? Send it straight into the box there and headed out there, but Burnley will win back possession now and try to turn defense into attack now, attacking from the left-hand side of the attack. Was slows it down, try to send it upward there, but the Arsenal players quickly come back to clear that one. But Burnley will gather that one again, and still with Burnley try to run on defense, but I think that should be a free kick. The referee said that should be a free kick. Yeah, Gabriel protesting his innocence there. And the game involving Nottingham Forest and Manchester United has also come to an end. So it's 2-2. It finished. Manchester United leading at halftime, but 2 quick goal from Nottingham Forest gave Nottingham Forest the lead in the second half before Amad Diallo equalized back. So both of them have shared a point now. So it's Nottingham Forest 2, Manchester United 2. So free kick to Burnley now. Can Burnley get something from this free kick? Probably this might be the last attack of the game. David Raya organizing his ward here. I believe he wants to keep another clean sheet in this one. And Gabriel has been shown a yellow card for his tackle there. Can Burnley get a goal back? Also, the game involving Brighton and Leeds has come to an end. So it's Brighton who defeated Leeds United by 3-0. So we still have 2 games going. The game involving Fulham is still on, and the Burnley Arsenal game also is still on. And Burnley having a last opportunity or last chance for them to get a goal in this one. So the free kick is about to be taken. And it takes it. Well saved there by David Raya there. And the referee says it's enough. So it's Arsenal who have won all 3 points. So it's full time out there. A Turf Moor, the Arsenal winning all 3 points. Congratulations to Arsenal and Arsenal fans worldwide. Another 3 points secured for Arsenal. Victor Gyökeres and Declan Rice are getting both goals for Arsenal. We just hope Victor Gyökeres is fine because he was withdrawn at halftime and a lot of question will be asked as to why he was withdrawn after at halftime. Another clean sheet for David Raya. So our viewers, we've seen 90 minutes of football played there, and across all centers, the game have also ended across all centers. So it's Brighton who defeated Leeds United by 3 goals to 0. Arsenal defeating Leeds 2 goals away from home, while Crystal Palace defeating Brentford also, and Fulham defeating Wolf, while Nottingham Forest played out a 2-2 draw against Manchester United. So our viewers, we thank you for staying with us since, and don't forget that by 6:30, in less than 32 minutes, Chelsea will be on, and we will be here to bring you that game live. So don't go anywhere, stay with us. But for now, this is how we draw the curtain for this one. So thank you and bye for now.